going?
I simply think that, look, and I have insisted on this, and my colleagues know my stance on it. One day demonstrations are no more the route to go. Sustained demonstrations will pile pressure not only on the government, but even the police that come there. When they are fatigued, they will begin to tell the message. And the last time I was at the 37, and
that's the Occupied Julabi.
Occupied Julabi house, I spoke and I pointed out to the Inspector General of Police that whilst you would send your men to beat us, I can assure you that just not far from where we were protesting, some of your men were living at the police barracks opposite the DVLA. You know that?
I know the place.
Go to the place. The place has been sold.
And the project is ongoing.
And they are demolishing the buildings. They have evacuated most of the police people to Kwabenya. And you come and tell me that the Kwabenya property is a better place. You have forgotten that that place, the DVLA place, is a national place that was designated for special security purposes. Because if you look at that location and look at its proximity to the airport,
to the Jubilee House,
its proximity to the Jubilee House, and its proximity even to the police hospital and many other places, you will understand the raison d'etre for which Kwame Nkrumah put up that facility. For any government to come without thinking and to say that you are relocating the police and to give that property to private sector, and the police are in happy mood for it, it can only be at the top echelons. I can tell you that majority of the other ranks in the police service are very bitter. Bitter because, see, if you are a police officer who works at the Flagstaff House, for instance, or worked at the police headquarters, or even works at Kaneshi, and you were living at the police barracks right at the 37 DVLA office, you see that commuting in and out is very easy and less expensive. Now that you have to traverse all the way from Kwabenya, the cost of movement alone will eat up your salary. And so anybody who wants to factor what the impact is should begin to look at what it will exert on people's pocket. Already their incomes are so low that they don't even survive on their take-home pay. And so it would have been important that the IGP and the police hierarchy should have stayed their grounds and said, no, this one, if you cannot add more onto that, after all, you are increasing the number of police personnel.
Some might say maybe it's a modern facility compared to where they were in the past.
If you are there, you can start doing infielding, you can start demolishing and rebuilding for the purposes of the police. But when you auction it to private sector, it doesn't come back to the state any longer. If you go just below, where you have the military enclave, where the agric engineering used to be, or the agric engineering is, we have sold agric engineering to private people. And so between the Air Force and Army, regular, you have private people living there. They are going to construct anything and everything. They are going to bring anything and everything because it is their place they have bought. This is near the airport. This is within your Burma camp. So you have lost control of your security.
So you are making reference to the Aviation Social Center enclave. That's the area.
Yeah,
close to the Defense Ministry.
Close to the Defense Ministry, getting towards the, what do we call it? The Bugnam Kim Golf Park. That area has been sold. It used to be called Unique Floral, that lane.
Yes, I've seen that area.
Very good. It has been sold.